Dispatch bombshell. Boat Napat Siripong revealed the shocking truth behind his sudden marriage to Haute Promote Patan. The entertainment industry is spinning after what can only be described as the biggest confession of 2025. Fans worldwide thought Boat Napat Siripong and Haute Promote Patan's marriage was a fairytale wrapped in secrecy, a whirlwind romance that appeared out of nowhere. But today, Boat himself finally broke the silence, revealing the shocking truth behind why their wedding happened so suddenly, and Dispatch was there to capture every word, every pause, every tear. The confession that stunned everyone. The revelation came during an exclusive sit-down interview aired live across Thailand and streamed to millions globally. The moment Boat appeared on screen, dressed in a simple white shirt with no glamour or makeup, fans knew this wasn't going to be a polished PR statement. This was raw. This was real. "I owe it to everyone," Boat began, his voice trembling slightly. "People saw the wedding, they saw us smiling, they saw the beauty of it all. But no one knows why it happened the way it did. And I think it's time I told the truth." The room fell into silence. Even the interviewer didn't dare interrupt. Viewers at home sat at the edge of their seats, their hearts pounding. Social media exploded instantly. Hashtags like #BoatTruth, #BoatOatMarriage, and #DispatchExclusive trended within seconds. Years of hidden struggles. Boat admitted that while fans saw joy, behind the scenes he and Haute had been facing battles no one knew about. "For years, we were trapped between what we felt and what we were allowed to show," he confessed. "Every interview, every red carpet, every time people asked about us, it was always the same dance of denial and silence. And it hurt, because all I wanted was to hold his hand without fear." Tears welled up in his eyes as he paused, clearly reliving the pressure of years under the spotlight. Dispatch cameras zoomed in, capturing the vulnerability that fans rarely see from him. The turning point. Boat then revealed the exact moment that pushed them toward their sudden decision to marry. It wasn't planned months in advance, like fans assumed. It wasn't carefully orchestrated by agencies. "It happened in a single night," he said softly. "Haute looked at me and said, 'We can't keep living like this. If the world won't give us permission, then we'll give ourselves permission.' That night, I realized we weren't just fighting for love anymore. We were fighting for freedom." Gasps rippled through the live audience, while fans online broke into emotional chaos. Tweets poured in, "I'm shaking. This is bigger than love, it's bravery." Others posted, "They didn't just marry, they made history." Fans react in shock and support. Outside the studio, Dispatch reporters spoke to fans who had been camping since dawn just to catch a glimpse of Boat. One fan sobbed, saying, "We thought it was a sudden romantic surprise, but hearing this, it's so much deeper. They weren't just marrying for themselves, they were marrying for everyone who ever had to hide." Celebrities also began posting support online within minutes of the confession. A well-known Thai actor wrote, "What Boat did today is bigger than any role he's ever played. This is courage." The world watches closely. By the end of part 1 of his confession, it was clear this was only the beginning of a story that would shake the industry. Boat's honesty not only explained the suddenness of his marriage to Haute, but also pulled the curtain back on years of silent struggle and sacrifice. Dispatch ended the segment with a chilling tease. In the next part of his confession, Boat will reveal the hidden battles with agencies, the family pressure, and the one secret that made the sudden marriage inevitable. This will uncover the unseen battles, Boat's struggles with management, the backlash they feared, and the shocking ultimatum that pushed them into marriage faster than anyone expected. Dispatch bombshell continues. Boat Napat Siripong reveals hidden battles and family pressures behind his sudden marriage to Haute Promote Patan. The world was still reeling from Boat Napat Siripong's first confession when Dispatch rolled out part 2 of the interview. If part 1 was shocking, part 2 was earth-shattering. For the first time ever, Boat peeled back the layers of secrecy and fear, laying bare the immense pressures he and Haute Promote Patan faced from powerful agencies, skeptical families, and the relentless gaze of the entertainment world. The silent war with agencies. Boat began slowly, his hands clenched tightly in his lap, his eyes glistening as he stared straight into the camera. "You see us smiling in dramas, you see us singing, you see us performing," he said. But behind every smile was a contract, behind every laugh was a warning. He revealed that his management agency had strict, unspoken rules: no public relationships, no scandals, no deviations from the carefully crafted image. For years, those rules didn't just silence Boat, they suffocated him. "I was told once, if you ever make this public, your career is over," he admitted. Imagine hearing that when all you want to do is live honestly. The studio went dead silent. Dispatch cameras cut to fans wiping away tears, visibly shaken by the raw truth. Oates' hidden sacrifices. But Boat didn't stop there. He revealed that Oates, though older and more established, also faced his own share of resistance. "Oates sacrificed more than people know," Boat said softly. "He was offered opportunities, projects, endorsements, partnerships, but many came with one condition: stay silent about us." Boat's voice cracked as he added, "He chose me over all of it. He chose our love even when it cost him his career opportunities. And that's why, when people ask why we married so suddenly, the answer is simple: because he deserved more than silence." Fans online exploded with support, praising Oates for his loyalty and strength. One viral post read, "Oates didn't just love Boat, he fought the world for him." The family struggles no one knew about. Then came the most emotional moment of the segment, Boat's revelation about his family. "At first, they didn't understand," Boat whispered. "They thought it was a phase. They thought it was something I would grow out of. And when they saw Dispatch photos of me and Oates, they panicked." According to Boat, it wasn't anger, it was fear. His family worried about what the public would say, about the shame, about the backlash. "There were nights when I cried myself to sleep after phone calls with my parents," Boat revealed. "I thought I'd have to choose between my family or the love of my life." The confession left the interviewer visibly shaken. Dispatch cut to fans outside holding signs that read "Boat and Oates forever" and "Love is love." Many were crying openly, as if Boat's words spoke not only for himself but for countless others who had faced similar struggles. The breaking point. Finally, Boat explained the moment when everything changed. "It was after a fight," he admitted. "I was exhausted from hiding, from explaining, from trying to please everyone. I looked at Oates and I said, maybe we should give up. Maybe the world is stronger than us." Boat's voice cracked as tears streamed down his face. "And do you know what Oates said? He grabbed my hand and said, 'If we're going down, let's go down together. But I'll never let you go alone.' It was this unshakable loyalty," Boat explained, "that gave him the courage to make the boldest decision of his life. The decision that changed everything." According to Boat, within 48 hours of that conversation, the decision to marry was made. It wasn't months of planning, it wasn't carefully orchestrated PR. It was love in its rawest form. "That's why it seemed sudden to the world," Boat said, looking directly into the camera. "But to us, it was years in the making. We were done hiding. We were done being afraid. We married because our love was stronger than every wall built against us." The audience erupted in emotional applause, while Twitter and Instagram crashed under the weight of millions of posts. #BoatOateTruth, #LoveWins2025, and #CourageToLove all trended within minutes. Dispatch tease for Part 3. As Part 2 closed, Dispatch gave viewers a shocking preview. In the next part of this groundbreaking confession, Boat will reveal the one secret he and Oates kept hidden even from their closest friends, and why it made their sudden wedding absolutely necessary. Fans went wild, speculating what the secret could be. Some whispered about health, others about hidden promises, while many believed there was something even more dramatic yet to come. By the time Boat and Pat Siripong's confession aired, the entire nation was already glued to their screens. Part 1 had peeled back the curtain on years of silence. Part 2 had exposed the suffocating pressure from agencies and families. But Part 3 promised something deeper, darker, and more intimate, the one secret that forced Boat and Oates' sudden marriage to happen when it did. And when Boat began to speak, even Dispatch staff whispered that this was the most emotional segment yet. The hidden secret no one expected. Boat leaned forward, his voice quieter than ever. The camera zoomed in close, catching every flicker of emotion in his eyes. "There's something I never said. Something Oates and I carried alone for a long time," he began, his hands trembling slightly. "And the truth is, that secret is why we married when we did." We couldn't wait anymore. The interviewer froze, sensing the weight of what was about to come. Fans online, already holding their breath, flooded comments with anxious questions. What is it? Please don't let it be health-related. Boat, don't make me cry more than I already have. Then Boat exhaled shakily and revealed it. The health scare that changed everything. Last year, Boat said softly, Oat got very sick. The audience gasped audibly. It wasn't something we shared publicly. We didn't want pity, we didn't want speculation. But there was a period where Oat's health was uncertain. We didn't know if he would recover fully. And in those moments, I realized I couldn't waste another second hiding. Tears streamed down Boat's face as he added. I told him, if tomorrow doesn't come, I want to spend today as your husband. And that's the truth. That's why it all seemed sudden. Because when life reminds you how fragile it is, you stop waiting for the perfect moment, you create it. The revelation broke hearts across the world. Twitter erupted in grief and admiration, with fans posting, "My screen is blurry from crying. They are the bravest souls." Others wrote, Boat and Oat's marriage wasn't rushed. It was survival. It was love refusing to wait. Oat's silent strength. Boat went on to describe Oat's resilience. Oat never let anyone see his weakness, Boat explained. Even when he was sick, he smiled, he joked, he told me not to worry. But I could see it in his eyes, the fear. And that fear broke me. He admitted that Oat resisted at first when Boat suggested marriage. He said, "You don't need to marry me out of fear." But I told him, "I'm not marrying you because of fear. I'm marrying you because I love you, and I want to fight every battle by your side." Boat's words sent shivers down the audience's spines. In the crowd, some fans openly sobbed, clutching banners with their names. Others whispered prayers under their breath, wishing Oat good health and blessing their love. The ring that carried a promise. Dispatch then revealed an intimate detail. The wedding ring Boat slipped on Oat's finger during the sudden ceremony wasn't just any ring. It was one he had secretly kept for years. "I bought that ring 2 years ago," Boat confessed, his voice breaking again. "I carried it with me everywhere, waiting for the right time. And when Oat got sick, I realized the right time is now. Love doesn't wait." The revelation struck fans like lightning. Suddenly, the image of the wedding ring's simple, elegant bands took on a whole new meaning. It wasn't just jewelry. It was years of love, patience, and a silent promise fulfilled in the face of uncertainty. Fans react with overwhelming emotion. Outside the Dispatch building, fans held each other while crying. Reporters captured groups chanting, "Stay strong, Boat and Oat. We love you." Social media was flooded with messages of solidarity, with one fan writing, "This is more than a love story. This is life and death, loyalty and devotion." Celebrities also voiced support. A famous Thai actress posted, "What Boat revealed today will change the industry forever. They're teaching us what love really means." Dispatch tease for Part 4. As Part 3 ended, Dispatch gave viewers a glimpse of what's still to come. In the next part of this shocking confession, Boat will reveal the backlash he and Oat faced after their marriage went public, the betrayal from people they trusted, and how they stood stronger than ever despite the storm. Fans immediately began speculating about who betrayed them: an agency, a friend, or even family. The anticipation reached fever pitch. Boat revealed what really happened after the wedding bells stopped ringing: the storm of backlash, the betrayals from people he trusted, and the weight of an industry that tried to tear him and Oat Promote Patan apart. This wasn't just about a sudden wedding anymore. This was about surviving the fire that came after. The honeymoon that never happened. Boat started Part 4 with a heartbreaking truth. People think we had a honeymoon, that we got to escape and celebrate. But the truth is, we never had one. The day after our marriage, we were already fighting battles we didn't choose. Fans gasped. Many had assumed Boat and Oat enjoyed a private honeymoon after their surprise ceremony. But instead, Boat described a whirlwind of phone calls, threats, and ultimatums that started the very next morning. "My phone didn't stop ringing," he said. "Some calls were from friends congratulating us. But many were from people who weren't happy at all. Agency ultimatums. Boat admitted that his management agency was furious. They said, "You didn't ask permission. You didn't inform us. Do you realize what you've done?" Boat recalled, his voice heavy with pain. He revealed that some contracts were frozen immediately. Brands that once wanted him for endorsements suddenly backed away. "They told me I had ruined my marketability," Boat said bitterly. "That no one wanted a scandal. But how can love be a scandal?" The audience erupted in applause at his words, while fans outside chanted loudly, "Love is never a scandal." The betrayal from within. Then came the most shocking revelation of the night, the betrayal by someone Boat and Oat considered close. "There was someone we trusted," Boat said carefully, pausing as tears welled in his eyes. "Someone who knew our secret long before the world did. We thought they would support us. Instead, they sold our story." The studio gasped in disbelief. Boat didn't name names, but Dispatch later hinted at a former industry insider who leaked details of the relationship to media outlets months before the marriage, forcing Boat and Oat into a corner. "We didn't rush because we wanted attention," Boat said firmly. "We rushed because someone else took away our right to reveal our love on our own terms." That betrayal hurt more than any hate comment. The family rift. But betrayal didn't only come from outsiders. Boat confessed that some family members initially distanced themselves. "My parents eventually came around, but not everyone did," he admitted. "There were relatives who refused to attend our wedding. People who said, 'We can't support this.'" He swallowed hard before adding, "That night, Oat held my hand and whispered, 'You're my family now. That's enough.'" The line sent shockwaves across social media. Within minutes, "You're my family now" became a trending hashtag, shared with millions of heartfelt posts and fan art. The storm of public backlash. As expected, not all of the public embraced their marriage. Boat revealed the cruel side of fame, thousands of hate comments, judgmental remarks, and even organized boycotts of his projects. "Some people called me selfish. Some said I destroyed my future. Others attacked Oat, saying he pressured me. They didn't know the truth, but they wrote it anyway." Boat's eyes darkened as he recalled the lowest point. "There was one night I locked myself in my room, scrolling through all the hate. I thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't deserve happiness. But then Oat knocked on the door and said, 'Let them talk. We'll live louder than their hate.'" His words lit up the studio with thunderous applause. Fans screamed Oat's name as if he were a superhero. Fans became their shield. Boat smiled faintly as he acknowledged the fans who stood by them. "In the middle of all the darkness, there were fans who refused to leave," he said. "They defended us online, they showed up at events, they wrote letters reminding us that love was bigger than hate. Without them, I don't think I would have made it through." Dispatch cut to footage of fans outside the studio, holding rainbow-colored lanterns and singing songs dedicated to Boat and Oat. The visuals made clear, this wasn't just a fandom anymore. It was a movement. The moment of strength. Boat's voice grew steadier as he concluded Part 4. "Every betrayal, every hateful word, every contract we lost, it all made us stronger. Because in the end, none of it mattered as much as this: Oat is my husband. And nothing anyone does can change that." The audience erupted in cheers. Many were on their feet, crying, clapping, shouting words of love. The moment felt less like an interview and more like a revolution in real time. Dispatch tease for Part 5. As Part 4 closed, Dispatch gave the juiciest tease yet. In the next part, Boat will reveal the secret promises he and Oat made to each other on the night of their marriage, promises that the world has never heard until now. Fans immediately went into a frenzy, speculating about what those private vows could be. Some believed they were about family. Others suspected they tied back to Oat's health. Whatever it was, the world was ready to listen.